show respect, step back, no need for space invasion. Stop saying your room number at the day's end, let the girl dance. That's really all she came for. $1 million dress probably came from the thrift store. Even though she seems to be exactly what you wish for, she's never coming in on your transistor. Don't matter if you're rich or piss poor, she's out of your league and in a different sport. The answer is no, you ain't got a chance. She's out of your league, just let the girl dance. No creeping allowed though, you just get a glance. Don't try to swing game, yo, just let the girl dance. The answer is no, you ain't got a chance. She's out of your league, just let the girl dance. You can watch a slow flow from a distance, but give her some bass on, let the girl dance.
Hey everybody, I'm Randy Silvas.
Then I'm Tony Mollick.
Welcome back to Slotrods, and welcome back to the WPSRA 2023 Halloween Shootout.
In our past two episodes, we established a winner's bracket for Heat 1 and Heat 2. Tonight, we're going to find out what 3 cars survived the loser's bracket.
And the 3 cars who survived tonight will join the winners in the final shootout for the coveted Crystal Skull Trophy.
There are 33 contestants for tonight, and the Tiger Beetle has drawn the first bye. He gets a free pass to the next round.
Round 1, Race 1, Tony and his Batmobile versus Keith in the world's most awesome spy car, the Dodge Challenger called Archer.
Yep.
Looks like the Batmobile got out first.
And I managed to hang on to the lead and take the win.
Round 1, Race 2, Bob versus Yellow Jacket.
Yellow Jacket, my sweet Aunt Sarah. That's Angelo. Tag says Angelo. I'm calling him Angelo.
Oh, Bob launched hard.
And Angelo comes out of the slot across the center. Not that it really mattered all that much. Bob already won that race.
Round 1, Race 3, 2 more cars from the Trumpy Racing Stables. The Powder Blue Mopar called John versus the Chop 32 called Milner.
John blew the tires off at the starting line, and that race was pretty much over.
And that's Milner by a freight train.
Round 1, Race 4, the 55 from the 412 versus Randy in Hot Rod.
Good? Ready?
Yeah, we both spun off the line.
Looked like you were both starting to gather it up around mid-track.
And I stretched him out in the last 200 feet for the win. Round 1, Race 5, Tony in his Mach 5 versus Jake Rendos in his donk called Obelisk.
Camera 3.
Ooh, you got a little squirrely coming off the line, didn't you, Tony?
Yeah, I managed to get the win, but I think that traction problem is going to be a problem all night long.
Yeah, and 48-degree weather isn't helping us out much either. And as everybody knows, there's no solution for worn-out tires other than new tires.
Those are H&Rs. I think I'm going to change her over to Quick Slicks.
Round 1, Race 6, the GTO from the 412 called the Hammer versus Keith Bean in one of the OG slot rods from the 724 called the RT.
Camera 2. Camera 3.
RT jumps out to the early lead, but here comes the Hammer.
Oh, but the RT hangs on to win by a car length.
Round 1, Race 7. From the Trumpy Racing Team, Old Blue versus Randy and Dr. Hemi.
Ready?
Now that's a good perfect start.
Well, something went wrong with Dr. Hemi and Old Blue took the win. Round 1, race 8, Randy gets another shot with the Lambo versus Tim Clark and the Red Reaper. I hope Timmy can keep it on the track this time.
I'm ready.
He pulled out ahead of me. Then he crossed center. Then he knocked on my driver's side door, and I told him I didn't have any gray poop on it. Get back on your own side of the track.
Then he completely lost power and stopped right where he was, giving Randy the solo trip to the finish line.
Round 1, race 9. Tim Clark in the Joker versus Xavier Clark in the 61 Ranchero called Rambunctious.
Rolling.
Camera 2. Rolling. Camera 3.
They left together, but Xavier immediately got out in the lead.
But the Joker managed to squeeze by him in the last 100 feet. That was a nice race.
Round 1, race 10, Tim Clark and his 56 Chevy called Swap Meet versus Jake Rendos and Banshee.
Now that's a drag race.
It was until the 800-foot mark, then the turbos on Banshee opened up and left Timmy behind. That's Banshee for the win. Round 1, race 11, Mark Rendos in Raw versus Randy in the Scorpion.
Camera 3.
Ready.
Woohoo! Mark got that wheelies running.
Raw takes the win.
Round 1, race 12. The Boss Nova versus the Unknown.
Camera 3.
Ready.
They left together, but I think right lane launched harder.
And somewhere in the last 300 feet, Tim slingshotted for the decisive win.
Round 1, race 13. A little Chevy on Chevy crime.
A little 412 on 412 crime.
We got McMullet versus Blue Bayou.
Big Daddy was sleeping.
Yep.
Ooh, they stayed neck and neck until the last 100 feet.
And McMullet takes it by a nose.
Round 1, race 14, me and my Super Beetle called Termite versus.
Me and my Spirit of 57. Be safe, brother.
Same to you.
Camera 3.
Ready.
Ooh, the bug dug in so hard I thought the body was going to come off of her.
That's my little Termite for the win.
Look in slow motion. You knocked back wheels loose and it still dug in so hard the body almost come off.
Round 1, race 15, a couple of cars from the Trumpy race team. The Elko versus the Flamethrower.
Ready.
Man, that Elko really took off.
Yep, and held on to the lead all the way to the finish line.
Round 1, race 16, our last race of the round. Black Widow from the 412 versus Grave Mistake from Motown. Now that's an appropriate sounding race for Halloween.
Hell yeah.
That one was all Black Widow.
Yep, and Black Widow ended up paying for it when he smacked into the corner of the catch bin.
Yeah, unfortunately he rolled into the catch bin instead of over the cliff.
And here are your survivors from round 1 of the losers bracket.
And here are your races for round 2. Black Widow draws the bye, and I'm sure he can use it after that crash.
That'll give him the whole round to fix whatever's broken.
Round 2, race 1.
The Joker versus the Lambo.
Ready.
And Joker takes the win.
Round 2, race 2. The RT versus Raw.
Looks like Raw had a failure at the line, and the RT gets a free test pass.
Round 2, race 3. The Boss Nova versus the Tiger Beetle.
Ready.
Looks like the Beetle was still having traction problems, but he started coming around him, and I think by camera 2.
And continues to come around him on the big end for the win.
Round 2, race 4. Banshee versus Old Blue.
Ready.
Old Blue was out first.
But Banshee came around him and stretched him out for the win.
Round 2, race 5. The Batmobile versus Bob.
Number 3.
Ready.
That Batmobile really got after it on that one.
Yeah, you really got him all tuned in. That's Batmobile for the win. Round 2, race 6. McMullet versus the Mach 5. You didn't fishtail that time.
Yeah, good things happen when you clean your tires before the race.
Yeah, McMullet never stood a chance. That Mach 5 was flying.
Round 2, race 7. Termite versus Milner.
Camera 3.
And Termite came out of the slot and cross center. That gives Milner the race.
Round 2, race 8. The Elko versus Hot Rod.
Camera 2's rolling. Camera 3.
Ready.
And the Hot Rod blew the tires off at the starting line.
Yeah, and there's really no coming back from that. Elko for the win. And here are your survivors from round 2.
A few moments later.
It is really coming down. Rain delay.
Just shy of sundown, somebody turned on the rainmaker.
And then Mother Nature got involved. All right, let's do some racing.
Grind's crew hung tarps around the track, and it was time to get back in action.
Round 3 will have 4 races. The Elko drew the lucky bye, guaranteeing him a spot in the final 5.
Round 3, race 1, the Mach 5 versus the RT.
Camera 2. Rolling. Camera 3. Driver?
Yep.
Looks like the rear end broke loose on the Mach 5 again.
Traction was marginal at best. Colder and wetter it got, the worse it got.
Well, you hung in there for the win. Hopefully the Mach 5 hangs in there for a few more races.
Round 3, race 2. A race that should have happened a long time ago. A real old-fashioned story of good and evil. The Batmobile versus the Joker. Now that's a drag race.
Hey now.
Sorry about that, but look how close it was on camera 2.
And the Batmobile beats the Joker by 2 car lengths.
Round 3, race 3, Milner versus Banshee.
Camera 3.
Milner lost traction, and I think he crossed center about camera 2.
I don't know. I think he might have still been okay at camera 2.
You can't tell from camera 3 either, but no matter, Banshee got the win.
The last race of round 3, Black Widow versus the Tiger Beetle.
Ready.
Both cars were spinning coming out of the hole, but it looked like Black Widow gathered it up first.
And Black Widow takes the race by 6 car lengths.
And here are your survivors from round 3.
And here are the races for the final round. Banshee drew a bye and has already gone to the winner's bracket. The winners from race 1 and race 2 will join Banshee there.
The bye the Banshee just drew is the most important bye since the beginning of this race.
Final round, race 1. Winner goes to the final shootout.
Yelko versus the Batmobile. Batmobile took off like a shot, and Yelko just couldn't reel him back in.
And the Batmobile goes back to the winner's bracket.
And now, the race for the last spot in the winner's bracket. Black Widow versus the Mach 5. The Mach 5 found his traction and shot off the line like a bullet, and the Chevelle never stood a chance. And ladies and gentlemen, here are the 3 cars going back to the winner's bracket for the final shootout.
Batmobile, Mach 5, and the Banshee. And remember, all the cars from the winner's bracket in Heat 1 and 2 have only had one race to gather data from.
2 of these 3 cars have 4 extra passes on them, and all the data that goes with it.
And that's 4 rounds for them to have sharpened their steel. Next time on Slotrods, we'll be racing single elimination until we have a winner for the 2023 Halloween Shootout.
So until next time, I'm Randy Silvas,
And I'm Tony Mullet.
and you've been watching
Slotrods.
The answer is no, you ain't got a chance. She's out of your league, just let the girl dance. No creeping allowed, though, you just get a glance. Don't try to strip game, yo, just let the girl dance. The answer is no, you ain't got a chance. She's out of your league, just let the girl dance. You can watch a show blow from a distance, but give us some space, son, let the girl dance.
Now that's a drag race.